me feeling like I'm academics.
The death of MO3, the actual murder of MO3. So Yella Beezy, MO3. There's a couple news stories that have came out, but here is the one that kind of set everything in motion. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
We begin with breaking news in Dallas, where rapper Yella Beezy has been arrested and accused of orchestrating the murder of another rapper in 2020.
Rapper MO3 was gunned down on I-35E. Images of a gun.
And we have two breaking news stories tonight, starting with an update on a rapper gunned down on a highway 5 years ago. Dallas police now say Yella Beezy hired a hitman to kill his one-time friend turned rival, MO3. Cole Sullivan is live at the county jail. These are well-known rappers in the Dallas hip-hop scene.
Chris, Yella Beezy's top single, It Put It On Me, it peaked at 56 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now he's in the Dallas County Justice Complex behind me on a capital murder charge, accused of hiring a hitman to kill a fellow rapper. This all happened back in 2020. And just before noon on the middle of Interstate 35, just south of the Dallas Zoo, Dallas police arrested a 22-year-old and charged him with murder. Initially, that 22-year-old's in federal prison, convicted of gun charges. But now, 5 years later, they say he was the trigger man. Police say Yella Beezy, whose top song That's On Me, hired that 22-year-old and promised him cash for killing MO3. A grand jury handed up an indictment this week and booked Marquise Conway tonight. The killing of Melvin Noble, known as Mo3, led to an outpouring of grief from his fans. Dozens held a memorial outside Dallas City Hall that week. He once was friends.
Now, let me just pause and say, I think I could look back at my message with Yella Beezy. I got no issues with him. Yella Beezy, let me just look at it real quick. Yeah, I think we were like really cool. Because I supported him after he had gotten shot multiple times. I posted many of his videos. I follow him. Looking at his stuff. Yeah, we were supposed to do an interview, last year. So y'all be in New York next week. I said, what day? He said Tuesday. For whatever reason, we didn't get up. He's like, yo, you do your podcast? He wanted to do my podcast, pretty much. Like, we kept going back and forth. He's always been cool to me. I always like Yella Beezy. Here's the reality of it, chat. I'm going to just keep it a beat with y'all. You see, a lot of these rappers, and I'm going to just say it in very plain terms, these niggas is pussy. And what I mean by their pussy is that, it's not that, let me really explain. A lot of these rappers get on records talking tough, but they're not doing the shit. They're using money. They paid for a nigga to shoot a nigga. They paid for a nigga to kill a nigga. Again, this is not necessarily at Yella Beezy. Because what I'm saying could, if Dirk is guilty, apply to Dirk too, and I love Dirk. But what I'm trying to say is that a lot of these guys, like anytime I see a random murder with an artist and it's a random nigga, and unless that nigga, like with Trouble was caught fucking a nigga's bitch. I get that. But if it's not that deep, it's a rapper who paid for the murder. Let's be honest. Bro, do you want to sit here and tell me that straight drop is the reason why Dolph is dead? Nigga, you know exactly why Dolph is dead. The police just don't got enough to prove it. They had enough to prove it on one guy, but he died too. You know who they want to pin that on, right? They're still trying to pin it on him. They still can't figure it out. And luckily for that person, the people who are in jail can't say they ever talked to the person who the cops want to pin it on. What am I trying to say, Chad? I'm just being very blunt with y'all. A lot of times when you see a rapper die, unless he was doing some real personal beef with a nigga, it's another rapper who paid for it to happen. Like, yeah, these niggas start treating their money power and they start putting money on people's heads. When I heard that Mo3 had died and some random guy chased him down like that, of course it felt like a hit. Like, at what point do we even think that was just, oh, nah, I don't like you, so I'm gonna act like it's a job to kill you broad daylight, chase you down in traffic on a highway, on a bridge? No. It's a paid hit. So when I said rappers are pussy, I don't mean like they're scared. What I'm saying is that they take credit for, talk tough about shit that they paid to get done. That's all. So, in reality, Young Dolph's murder, that's a murder for hire. Mo3's murder for hire. Lil Pop's murder, which should have been, if you read and you are knowledgeable, Quantum Rondo's murder for hire. There's a lot of rappers, and you know, people always underestimate cops like they're stupid. Oh, we don't know what's going on. Most police stations and precincts and DA offices, after they're gonna get the actual trigger man. But then a lot of these guys, because they're indoctrinated with no snitching, or even if they wanted to snitch, you know, a smart person, even think about in the Dolph case, a smart person ain't gonna ever talk to the trigger man. You think the trigger man in Dolph case could say he ever talked to, you think a trigger man in Dolph case could ever say he talked to, let me not say the name? Come on. No. He talked to that guy who knows that guy. Levels of separation. So when I seen this murder, and if you guys never seen it, like, there's pictures. Mo3 murder, chased down. Like, there's pictures of the guy chasing him down with a gun, with a ski mask on. It should be very apparent to you that this was a really targeted hit. If you want to be dense enough to say, oh, this guy planned it by himself, that's on you. The reality of it is that this was planned by someone who really wanted to see him dead. Now, I'm not going to speak against Yella Beezy because we don't know if these things are true. But this does follow the narrative of what I do believe. Let me give you a little bit more too. Lil TJ almost died. You know who they're looking at for Lil TJ's shooting, right? Y'all are always surprised when you see the cuffs get put on somebody. Lil TJ didn't have direct beef with the nigga who shot him. Who you think they're looking at? Who you think they're having a broad investigation about? Okay. That's the point I'm trying to say. Murder for hire is a reason why you see RICO charges happening in hip hop. Because the actual rappers who claim they're murderers don't murder shit unless they're King Von. All they do is put up money and facilitate others to do the murder. This is why you're seeing, because some of these things don't rise to a RICO charge. A racketeering charge in Texas is very difficult. And so I've seen some people think this is state, this is feds. It's not feds. Feds have what's called a murder for hire charge. Dirk got it. All the Fed statutes where they charge people, no matter what state, are the same. Murder for hire charge is when you pay somebody to go do it. What is called in a state level in Texas is called murder while remuneration. And remuneration means that there is some profits or proceeds that you're doing it for. And essentially, they have charged now Yella Beezy with that.
With the man now accused of hiring someone to murder him. The killing has long been suspected to be the result of a rap feud. We reached out to Yella Beezy's legal team tonight and have not heard back. We're waiting to hear back on a bond amount for him as well. We'll bring you updates tomorrow on Daybreak. Chris.
All right, thank you, Cole. You know, we've been following Yella Beezy's career, and this isn't his first run-in with the law. Go to WFAA.com, where we posted a story on his previous arrests, as well as the time he was shot several times in 2018.
Okay. Now, very interesting about the Yella Beezy thing. He was shot several times, and I think he was almost Some people thought he wasn't supposed to make it, but he did make it. We're going to analyze that, but real quick. So there's another footage of, this is him being the intake
This
footage.
is an arrest, years in the making. Rapper Marquise Conway, known as Yella Beezy, charged with capital murder in connection to the shooting death of Melvin Noble, a rival.
Now, when you're in Texas and you hear capital murder, the first thing that comes up, capital murder is murder in the first degree, which is a capital offense in the state of Texas. And the way that has ramification is that the state is going to elect to go after the death penalty. So Yella Beezy is going to potentially face a possible election for the death penalty by the state if he's found guilty. That's what capital murder means in states like, of course, Texas notoriously. I think they do have a capital murder charge, I believe, in Georgia. I think Alabama as well, and I definitely, not definitely, but I think also in Texas.
Artist who went by Mo3.
It's just a devastating loss for someone that had so much.
Why does this nigga smile so much?
Potential.
Eric Deep is a local hip-hop journalist and Mo3 fan who wrote this article in the Dallas Observer about the artist last year.
He had expert melodics and storytelling. He had ferocious rhymes. Everything about his music is that it was like, had a lot of pain and truth in it,
The DA, I know that he worked.
Mo3 songs like Everybody Not Your Friend, especially poignant because the rappers were once friends. But charging documents accuse Conway of hiring Keywan White to carry out the brutal murder on I-35 near Illinois.
Now, this is going to be very interesting. So, let's do some background work. Keywan is Keywan White. Keywan White, if you guys don't know, has been sentenced, okay? So, he caught a Fed case, number one. So, man awaiting murder trial sentenced to almost 9 years for a gun crime, right? And it says the man accused by the state of murdering Mo3 was sentenced to basically almost 9 years for having a firearm, okay? He pled guilty. Now, here's the thing about, like, the plea. If he pled guilty to a gun before his murder trial concluded back in 2022, maybe he realized he's fucked and he's like, yo, I'm just going to plead guilty, and cooperate that I could possibly get out. So he pled guilty to about 9 years for the gun for the feds. And then he got sentenced. Hold on. He got sentenced. Let's see if we can find a sentence. Sentenced. Hold on. Okay. Give me 1 second. Keywan. All right. Was Keywan not sentenced yet? I think he was. If he didn't get sentenced yet, he snitched on Yella Beezy. Oh yeah, he snitched on Yella Beezy. All right, Yella Beezy. Yeah, he snitched on you, bro. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Holy shit. Hold on. Give me 1 second, I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, it's a state charge. Wow. Oh, yeah. Yo, chat. Yella Beezy's cooked. So, what it appears to have happened here, chat, is this, right? Keywan White, who probably, I don't know, he probably got, niggas is broke. So, nigga probably like, yo, give me $2,500, I'll kill the nigga, right? He agreed to do it, got caught. The feds got involved. The feds basically probably struck a deal, which might be like some type of global deal, where they won't pursue the murder charge, but the murder charge will be pursued by the state, but they're going to give him a gun charge. He has to plea out to the gun charge. He takes 9 years. Now, granted, he knows he's going to have to do more than 9 years because he killed somebody. But the difference between 9 years, maybe 20 years, and life in prison is going to be huge. Now, one thing I don't know, and I'm going to have to do some research on it, what is the cooperation, like, stipulations, and how much could that grant you some, not immunity, but some leeway in what you're going to be doing for Texas? It appears that the feds gave this nigga a gun charge, and he never got convicted for the murder, so it probably was on the docket, and he just started snitching, and obviously he's going to get, he's going to plead guilty for the murder, but he might just get like 20, 25 years, right? And then they're going to throw everything on Yella Beezy for planning it, and Yella Beezy's going to get life. That's what cooperation's about. You get 20, you give that nigga life. If you didn't give him life, you were going to get life. But are you going to get life while he fucking all the bad bitches talking about, that's on me, baby. That's on me. Hell nah. That life sentence finna be on you, unfortunately. Ain't no that's on me. That life sentence finna be on you, gang. So it appears the feds got involved, started twisting this guy's hand and say, yo, we're working with the state. You could get a sweetheart deal, but you got to tell on, why'd you kill this nigga? Somebody paid you? Who? Once they probably found out it was Yella Beezy, yo, you got to give us a statement of, a signed affidavit statement. We're covering the BU story next, chat. Relax. Oh, shit.
Illinois Avenue.
But on the other hand, it's like now you lose another big name like Yella Beezy.
Devin Maurice Brown.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, this is snitching. Hold on, this is
a second man has been arrested accused of gunning down rapper Mo3 on a Dallas highway. 28-year-old Devin Brown was indicted on a murder charge this week. Another man, 22-year-old Quan Wright, was also indicted on the same charge earlier this year. Back in November, Melvin Noble, also known as Mo3, was driving on 35E near the Dallas Zoo when White approached him with a gun. Police say Noble ran down the highway trying to escape and was chased by White, who fired multiple times, hitting Noble.
Okay.
All new at 10 o'clock, Dallas police have made an arrest.
Oh, this guy was snitching then. Oh, shout out to him.
Dallas police have made an arrest in the death of a Dallas rapper. They say 22-year-old Kawan Dontrell White gunned down Mo3 on I-35 near the Dallas Zoo last month as the rapper tried to run away. White faces a murder charge and a federal charge of prohibited possession of a firearm. A motive has not yet been released, but according to an arrest affidavit, White was in the vicinity of where Mo3 was the day before the murder.
Okay, so he was stalking him. Now, here's the interesting part about it, of it all. So after, even police caught the Kevon White guy, Yella Beezy, he actually did interviews where he was asked about Mo3. Here's this. Watch this, chat. Here we go. There's videos where, like, he's asked about the whole thing. Here we go. Come on.
Point blank period.
What we're supposed
I can't
to do.
see now nigga that shot me. Point blank period. I don't give a fuck. That's just me. To each his own. Him, but buddy, how he live his life. But me, I don't let shit make it like that. I ain't. Now nigga, you not finna come and try to say I'm the nigga that shot you and think you finna walk away. I'm gonna get my lick back. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no walking away. Shit, we two different niggas. I ain't fuck that. Nah, ain't no shaking my hand. That's too far gone. Once guns get involved, see, if you would have shot at me, I can get past that because you ain't hit me. Or if I shot at you, I can get past. Like when it's gun, like when niggas actually getting hit from this shit, ain't none of that.
And by the way, I'm glad I'm even hearing this part of it because, chat, I've always said this, yo. civilians, we have a level of outrage to murder. Like, for example, I remember covering the war in Chirac. When I heard that somebody died, I was like, what the fuck? The person who did this was scum. Then you forget what the atmosphere is. What beef is in the street is just not one way. I said this a lot. It's not one way. Like, I think, what he was talking about? He was talking about Quando. He said Quando Rondo was a victim. Man, stop playing, man. Like, them niggas is whole Crips, nigga. Them niggas was toting guns, doing all type of shit. No. Yeah, Lil Pop died. But, bro, like, you can't treat niggas in the street like they're victims. If they could have got the up, they would have did the same thing.
You can stay where you at, like, make sure we don't cross paths. It is what it is. But as far as me seeing or me knowing.
And it relates to this because I see everybody like, yo, because we love Mo3. Mo3 was a talented artist. But shit, if you listen to Yella Beezy right now, he ain't making sense. Man, once they're bloodshed, nigga, fuck that shit. There's going to be some get back. I don't give a damn. Because you fault him for that? That makes sense. That's what I'm saying. When street niggas beef, if you're a civilian, you might have a favorite because you like their music, like their whatever, but you got to stay out of it.
On a nigga, nah, ain't nothing like that going on.
That turning, you know, there has to be some.
I ain't
doing what we're supposed
to do. I can't see now nigga that shot me.
Okay. I think he talked on No Jumper too. He says something on No Jumper. Let's see if we can find it.
Definitely. I did want to ask this is you barely acknowledged it. You barely ever had anything to say about it, but there was a lot of tension, at least on records or people talking online between you and Mo3. Now that he's passed, how do you view all that? Like, are you able to admit that he was, you know, an important factor in the city for that period of time, or is it still just, you can't say anything?
Nah, I ain't never had no tension with nobody.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
I ain't never been no tension with nobody.
Look at this guy. I saw you give Vlad an answer like that at one point too.
I'm serious. I don't have a problem with people.
Right.
He ain't had no problem with me.
Dallas creates a lot of gangsters because I was actually looking back at my old interview with him and I said basically the same thing to him. Basically didn't say shit. So
yeah,
respect.
Ain't never been none.
Definitely. But I don't know. Okay.
Yo, Dallas, or let me give credit to some Texas dudes. They don't seem to. Yo, let me tell you this. Yo, with all due respect, and I was just in LA. All y'all niggas over there, LA niggas are the biggest chatty patties of all time. Like, them niggas love to get on a podcast and detail them. The craziest thing is, like, y'all not even getting lit like Chicago niggas. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, they're detailing all type of shit. Chicago niggas do it too, though. But, like, Chicago niggas is really getting it lit. LA niggas, I think because historically LA niggas don't really get charged up in a bunch of shit until recently, they've been doing this shit too. I like how the Texas niggas moving. They're not really bringing it to, other than Hood Fame Go Yale, they're not really bringing it to podcasts and like really litigating it like that.
Got another person.
Because he could have said, man, fuck that nigga Mo3. But you know, he said, man, I ain't got a problem.
And I wanted to ask you about from Texas. I wanted to get your thoughts on him. How you feel about the rise of Charleston White?
Man, that nigga.
Wasn't there an episode? I think it was an episode with Yella Beezy in Charleston. Unless I'm tripping.
Certain shit we just don't be expecting certain people to comment on or talk about. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about no particular person, but just like how you say like one of the street niggas or something, like he get on the internet talking about some shit that ain't street or just something just totally off the wall. We be like, bro, what the fuck are you talking? Like, we don't even want to know that side of you type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it be fucked up because nigga, all they probably doing is what the label telling them to do or something because they want to see your personality. They want to see the other side of you. Nigga, you just want to be. And then they be like, man, I knew that nigga lame to the motherfucker. Yeah. I knew that nigga woo.
Well, personality mean kind of more, well, just as much as music now.
Yeah, but nigga can't be hard 24/7.
Yeah.
And that was the problem with the three. So you see a player a hustler, and then a crash out. So that's me coming in, looking around, and then stepping out and looking at the Mo3 Yella and Trap situation. You see a nigga got signed with the record label, young player Yella, nigga, the Hove like him. You got the nigga with the wavy hair that's been popular in the neighborhood. Then you got the little short nigga got to play game. He was very.
So this is all after maybe he paid for the murder. Oh shit. Was Mo3 behind Yella Beezy's shooting? I don't know if you remember when Yella Beezy got shot. Look, Yella Beezy shot. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think he was gonna make it. Shot up. Like, this is way back in the day. Shot multiple times. Yo, I remember when he got shot. All I remember was just like, bro, he had so many bullet holes in it. I just thought, I ain't even gonna lie, I didn't think he was gonna live. All right, it's 6 years, so never mind. Anyway, Mo3 commented on this, what he said. What do you about?
And at one point, there was some sort of friction between y'all, and he explained it on another interview how it was just some stupid shit that a girl was trying to get in the middle of.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't any kind of real beef. It seemed like the internet was trying to turn into something that it's not.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't no. Nah. Wasn't no beef.
And Yella Beezy's dope, man. I think, when you see people like you and Yella Beezy and Go Yayo and everything else like that, I think that you guys are lifting Dallas, just the perception of Dallas a lot. When Yella Beezy got shot up, what were your thoughts about that?
Yo, Vlad won it.
Shit, I gotta stay out the way.
Okay.
Shit, it's real out here. Shit, niggas get hit up every day out here. Like, it's the world. Like, somebody right now, we talking right now, somebody right now probably getting shot up right now. Like, shit, you gotta stay out the way, man.
There was a song that you dropped recently, and in the beginning of the intro, it's like a couple people talking.
Yo, that body language is crazy right here.
Right now, probably getting shot up right now. Like, shit, you gotta stay out the way, man.
Watch his body language.
There was a song that you dropped recently, and in the beginning of the intro, it's like a couple people talking, and it mentions you and Yella Beezy. But I didn't really understand what it meant. Can you explain that?
Yeah, they was misinformed about some rap beef, and I was like, I ain't got no rap beef with nobody. I ain't got no rap beef with no rapper in my city.
Yo, I want to stamp. I'll do Atlanta, even though Atlanta be hot. But I'm gonna do Dallas and Atlanta as one of the places where like niggas got beef and the internet don't know. Yo, when niggas got beef in LA, thanks to all these podcasters, bro, you hear every incident. It's all online, bro. This is why I kept wondering, when is niggas gonna start catching Ricos in California? Because they tell us everything. Niggas, yo, you know how Atlanta used to be? Niggas used to be beefing, but nobody used to know. Dallas is like that. Niggas don't like each other, but they're not gonna go on. They're not gonna show up to my platform and be like, man, fuck that nigga from Dallas, man. Fuck that. Let me tell you what happened, man. I fucked that nigga baby mom, nigga, and that.
And no rap beef, and they was just all that was just something that they heard. Shit. They not in the street, so their job is to report like the news. So they just going off what they heard, and so like, I just cleared it up on my interview when I went up there and talked to them. Like, ain't no rap beef, ain't no problem, man.
Okay. Now, what happened between you and Trap Boy Freddy?
What?
Hold on.
Hello. And in his own all happened. Now, Mo3 was killed back in 2020, and after making that video yesterday, I'm realizing that a lot of people aren't familiar with the Mo3 story and the whole Yella Beezy situation. Now, I made a documentary back when I first started YouTube, Mo3 the whole story. In this video, I go over the entire history of Mo3, and one of the most important parts of this documentary that I made was towards the end when I was explaining the beef between Mo3 and everybody else that was from the DFW area. And there was beef, a lot of it. In fact, I will play a small portion of like the disses between Mo3, Yella Beezy, and Trap Boy Freddy. Trap Boy Freddy is Yella Beezy's homie. For those of y'all who don't know, he was heavily involved with this beef as well, right? But I'll play some little back and forth that they had on wax so that you guys can understand how serious this situation was. If the music don't play, it's because it got copyrighted and YouTube wouldn't let me get away with it, but I'm gonna try to play it for y'all.
Turn me up. Interviewers be asking me like, what's up with you and these rappers in the city? I don't none of these ass rappers, they scared of me. That's on gang. Read between the lines, this ain't a song. I'm the one that shot over, act like you don't know. Internet beef, I decline that. But in person pull up, then I walk them down. First we hit up that rapper, then hit up that sprinter. I know all about they little hideout. Yeah. The Heavenly Father, I know that I seen. In the city, they talking, they know what I need. For real. Hit up that rapper, you made him famous. Yeah, he barely made it, but we're not again. All I see is yellow, taping Beretta. Outside, I ain't lacking, don't think that I'm me. Yeah, I'm lit up. Yeah, bro split up. What? They had to click up. After I hit up old boy on my mama, we got my dick sucked. Gang. Hang out the window with that big 4-5. Caught you lag. That nigga had that burner on his hip, but I still whacked him. They put money on my head like they paying for hits. Well, it's free when I jump out, so I ain't paying for shit. I know some shit that they don't know, I never told, man. The last nigga that we smoked, he was a no-name. Read the news and think about what you just read and ask yourself, do you really want that? I am the truth. Y'all was asking about a body in Fort Worth. What? In my show, but I do not recall it. You heard that rapper got shot?
And play the part of that video that is relevant today because of Yella Beezy's arrest. Just remember that this documentary is like 3 years old, so some of the information may be a little outdated because new information has come out since then, but nonetheless, it's still extremely relevant. At this point, Mo3 is seeing nothing short of a phenomenal. He first popped up
period
the day Mo3 got his Rome free pass revoked. This was clearly escalating, and this all culminated in a terrible incident that took place in Fort Worth, Texas, not long ago.
The whole Fort Worth standing up in that on tables, you know, they cracking, talking, they wooter, but 3 playing it calm, you know what I'm saying? But he really trying to think the situation through.
Boy, you as dumb as you look.
$12,000 trying to get ready for it.
What fight you getting ready for, boy?
For the fight, trying to get this shit out my
ain't nobody gonna fight.
He ain't gonna fight.
No.
So you telling me he's a grown man, he ain't gonna step up to...
Apologize. I can't see now that shot me. Point blank period. I don't give a That's just me. You not finna come and try to say I'm the that shot you and think you finna walk away. I'm gonna get my...
Oh, my bad, child.
Ain't no walking away. Ain't no shaking my hand. It's too far gone. I'm gonna shoot at you or you gonna shoot at me on God, on my son. That it, like, I done ran into, like, that I had the history with. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when none of us hit, you get what I'm saying? So I can shake it. That's cool. Like, ain't on it no more. Actually pop you, that's a whole deal. Trust me, like, it's a consequence for everything you do. Like, whatever life you live in, just know, like, you gotta be ready for everything. Like, if I'm into it with anybody, like, they started that first. So It's gonna be they karma when it come from me. You get what I'm saying? Like,
clearly, this was past the point of no return. This was further fueled when Mo3 dropped a song titled 219, where he addressed the beef directly and basically admits to shooting Yella Beezy on a record. He didn't stop with this track though, because a month later, he dropped another diss song titled 221, where he addresses the beef again and made his intentions very clear. The bad news is this energy was met with a terrible response, because less than 10 days later, after he dropped 221, 3 would endure another loss. Mo3 was close to another man in Dallas named James Browning, also known as Bubba. Bubba and 3 have been close since childhood, but less than 10 days after Mo3 dropped that 221 song, Bubba found himself in a dire situation too. Bubba often hung out in front of a gas station in Dallas. The promoter of this show, Mo3 can be seen pulling up, and as soon as he stepped on the property, the police arrested him. 3 claims Yella Beezy called the police and had him on the lookout for in case Mo3 showed up, but it was unconfirmed if it was Beezy or the promoter who contacted authorities. 3 can be heard rapping about this incident on his song titled Let Me Find Out, where he claims Yella Beezy was scared to be in the same building as him. It was clear that this beef was not gonna die down. Either way, Mo3 followed all this up by dropping his album Osama that had all of these diss songs on it that included 221, 219, and Let Me Find Out. He continued to release a flurry of songs after this album, and only 2 months later, in February of 2020, his dual album with Lil Boosie dropped, something Mo3 had waited his whole life to see happen. And even this wasn't enough to make Mo3 slow down. He dropped his Broken Love remix with Kevin Gates, which has since gone on to become platinum and was the first time Mo3 had ever achieved a level of success with a record like this. But unfortunately, Mo3 would never get to see the heights of his success because he would expire before 2020 ever ended. On November the 11th, 2020, Mo3 was in his car on Interstate 35 headed back towards his house after a night with one of his lady friends. Mo3 got on the phone with his manager Rainwater and said he felt like there was a dark color
Ain't on the freeway.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired of seeing that little ping.
Warning. This video.
Oh shit. Mo3. Here we go.
The world to his new alter ego, Osama 3 Laden. Yeah, that's really what he called himself. Along with revealing his provocative, iced out Osama pistol chain that he would become synonymous with. This song would see Mo3 rapping back and forth between his 2 alter egos, Mo3 and Osama 3 Laden, his evil side, an apparent body-catching demon. Clearly Mo3 didn't mind playing the villain in his city, to the point where he would nickname him after one of the most hated terrorists in American history. And with that mindset, it's really no surprise that things would pop off once again between these Dallas rappers, with the next clash happening in July 2019, when allegedly a promoter attempted to book Mo3 and Yella Beezy to play the same concert, the 2019 Unruly Citizens Festival at the Ford Center. Mo3 would arrive to perform, being told by police he would not be allowed to enter the venue where Yella Beezy was, ultimately leading to him being arrested, with Mo3 broadcasting his own arrest on IG Live.
Hey, what's your first name, sir?
Melvin Noble.
Nobos?
NOBLE.
Hey, what's your birthday?
May 33rd.
May 31st?
1992.
That's your real birthday?
Hey, I'm on the show, bro. I ain't did nothing. I'm on the show.
Just stay right there.
I ain't did nothing.
You're not in the show, dude. Huh? You're not in the show.
When? Since when?
You got canceled.
I ain't know that, sir.
Mo3 would be escorted from the venue in handcuffs, later taking to social media to mock the police and Yella Beezy for having him removed from the show, and suggesting that a flyer that had both Mo3 and Yella Beezy's names on it had been taken down from the internet, leading some skeptics to suggest that Mo3 was never booked to perform there at all.
I ain't going in the show if he in the building. I ain't gonna do the show if he's still here. I told y'all it was a problem. My son feared for his safety. Y'all need to get him out of here. Okay, we're gonna hit him with trespassing. Okay, we're gonna hit him with trespassing. Sir, you have a warrant, sir. You're not supposed to be here. What? Well, I got a warrant. Oh, now I'm trespassing. Which one is it? Which one is it? I just can't do my show. Sir, you're not on the show since when? Since when I ain't on the show? Since when I ain't on the show? My name on the flyer. Oh, they took all the flyers down out their page. So now people saying he was never on the show. Folks, I ain't got no beef and no rap. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Recent beefs in the city for close to an hour. First off, rebuffing claims that his arrest at the Ford Center was a publicity stunt, and saying that everybody will owe him an apology after he exposes the facts on live.
Y'all always in some, it's a publicity stunt. If you was one of them in the comments before I'm finna expose you, please apologize to me after this.
He would go on to show a flyer and an Instagram.
When you done felt me, you get what I'm saying?
I'm the only gang member that gotta be taken out. How they just gonna call me a gang member?
I'm not blaming nothing on the police. Listen, this him.
All three on the show. Is it good? Is it good? Don't blame nothing on the police all the time. Stop that. Stop that. Don't do that. I'm not blaming nothing on the police officer. What I'm trying to tell you.
Damn,
Around noon on the
I know they
11th
were
of
beefing
November,
like that.
with Freddie or Yella Beezy would die.
Someone called 911 and reported the shooting at Big T Bazaar earlier this afternoon. But when officers arrived...
Hashtag murder gang. Beyond some coincidental posts and the obvious joy they were getting from seeing their biggest rival killed, at this point there was really nothing more to suggest that Go Yayo, Trapboy Freddy or Yella Beezy were directly involved in this incident. But Mo3 was a beloved figure in North Dallas. Therefore, it's no surprise that reports of retaliatory incidents followed his killing, with it being suggested by some outlets that as many as 8 people had died in the wake of Mo3's assassination.
It is a map that marks the madness of murder and mayhem. Over a 48-hour period, 6 identified Dallas locations, 8 people dead. But this afternoon, DPD Chief Renee Hall called it an alarming increase in the city's homicide rate and described why.
In truth, I'll tell you, like many other cities, we are in the midst of a perfect storm of events, fueled by anger, irresponsibility, the trials of a pandemic, and most of all, people using guns and violence to solve their problems.
Chief Hall confirming today the brazen murder of rapper Mo3 on the Dallas freeway last week has set off a series of violent shootings now being investigated by the Dallas Police Department and the FBI.
Since his death, we've had some other shootings and other violence that has been or appears to be loosely related to his death.
The incidents, according to sources, include the drive-by shooting at this East Oak Cliff house on Sunday. 43-year-old Terrence Reed was killed.
Clearly, the killing of Mo3 had intensified the violence behind the music in Dallas, and soon another famous rapper affiliated with Mo3 would end up catching a stray in this beef too, as regular collaborator and mentor of Mo3's Boosie would visit Dallas to attend a vigil for his fallen friend.
I appreciate all the time.
Yeah, Boosie got shot out there, didn't he?
Who went by the nick.
I was thinking the first day I came, I was like, what's up?
Man down, saying, "Look how the."
Okay. I don't want to drag this too much. Let me just listen to Mo3's manager who did an interview supposedly after this.
See, everybody been calling my phone like happy narrative shit. Man, them people wanted to see them beef. Do what y'all wanted. They seen what it take you. He want to prove to me. I'm looking at all the niggas around him. They look like a Navarro football team. None of them had tattoos on it. You ain't got to do that.
My first time even saying this, but so I recorded a video on you got to look at mannerisms. Shit, look, they got
my daughter. Yeah, he slapped the shit out of me in front of my daughter.
Did you really?
Yeah. After that whole weekend, after we're going to Rolling Loud with Charleston, the whole world looked at me like Charleston little partner.
Yeah.
Nigga, they stopped giving, nigga, if that was the case, I wouldn't got no.
Okay, whatever. All right, man. So we're getting to find out Yella Beezy. We don't know how much money. We do have some paperwork here, but it's pretty light. We're going to have to wait for the indictment or the sealed indictment to kind of like come out where we could figure out exactly how much was paid, how the cops know it. But this did come out. It says a grand jury referral. The state of Texas versus Marquise Conway, which is Yella Beezy, says in the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, the grand jury of Dallas County, state of Texas, duly organized at the January term, AD in 2025 of the criminal district number 4 for said county, upon its oath, present in and to said court at its term that Marquise Conway herein called the defendant on or about the 11th day of 2020 in the county of Dallas, did intentionally and knowingly cause the death of Melvin Noble, which is Mo3, individual and herein called the deceased by employing Kevin White to murder the deceased to said agreement. Kewan White, did then there intentionally and knowingly cause the death of said deceased by shooting the deceased with a firearm and a deadly weapon. So again, because it's a state charge, it's going to be called murder while capital murder while remuneration. Okay, remuneration just means profits or proceeds. This is his mugshot. This, I believe, is a joint effort between the feds and the state. The feds held Keywan White with the gun charge, or the weapon charge. They got him to cooperate by saying to him that they would let the state deal with the murder charge, but he could plead guilty to the Fed gun charge that gives him 9 years. The state murder charge that he probably is facing is gonna run him maybe 15 to 20 years, but he's gonna get out with favorable time because he's cooperating. What it does though is that Keywan White, the shooter, is now telling on the person who hired him to shoot, which is Yella Beezy. And by the way, I have no problem with that. It's 2025. If you too scared to go kill your op, let your op live. That's a fact. If you too scared to go pick up a gun and go kill your op, let that nigga live. Because the person you hire, when he get caught, he ain't gonna do life for you. He don't fuck with you like that. He did it for a bag. He not trying to go, never see his kids, never see his wife, never fuck no pussy, never never see his moms. Nah, he's gonna tell on you. So I completely understand what this is, and it's clear that Keywan White is the cooperant. Fuck it. Okay.